welcome back to Maypole Farm, and we are in our freshly planted grass field. It's growing quite nicely. Looks like someone missed a few bits with the seeder, but otherwise it is good. And we are now into August, and it looks like a slightly dreary day for August. That's the UK, isn't it? That's Ireland, so not unrealistic. Where's the weather gone there? Yes, we have a little bit of rain and then a toasty hot day. So I'm currently in DS Agri, and you will see they have a whole load of fresh contracts waiting for them. By the time this video goes up, the guys will probably have hammered through a bunch of those, but the change to August means a change in some things. So the way this series works, if you're new to it, is every 2 years we we open up a different decade of technology. The first 2 years was actually 1.5 decades because there wasn't enough 80s kit to work. So I was using 80s and early 90s, and we've now got access to all of the 90s. That means a few things. The first one is that we can now make use of GPS technology. So guidance, GPS auto steer is a thing. Have been doing what I've called imprecise farming, so not using automation and the GPS-based features of precision farming. That's now available. That was a thing in the 90s. Obviously, some more modern tractors and things like combination baler wrappers were a thing as well. So that's kind of what's coming in. Nothing really goes out. Things that we don't have access to yet because I haven't found information on them. Bale auto stackers, I think, is the biggest one. And I don't mean cheaty auto stackers. I mean things like the Anderson and the Arcusin. So none of that yet. So we need to go on a bit of a shopping spree, which is what most of today is going to be. Just going to switch farms. Oh wow, we're broke. What took all of our money? Water is costing us a lot every month. I guess it was water. Let's do a quick check on the cows. So they could do with a little bit of feeding. The ones that are grazing are okay. You have a fair bit of milk to get sold. But the thing that I have been using about, and we're just going to have a look at it at the moment, is fields 11 and 12. So they are worth nearly 70,000, and I'm thinking about buying either 41 or 44. We could afford 41. That is 3.1 acres of pretty good soil, so better soil and more land. So I think maybe we'll look at switching from what is field 11 and 12 to field 15 in the future, once we've got in through harvest season. Yeah, let's go shopping. So we're up at the store. Going to have a chat through what I'm thinking of getting, and I'll then work out how to get it all, because we have, clearly I'm broke. DS Agri has nearly 300 grand that they guys earn from hammering through all the contracts that were up in last month. So we've got just under 300 grand to spend. We have a shopping list that is quite long. So, medium tractors. Just looking, I've downloaded a modded version of the 7810, which is what we are going to go for. So I want one of these as my main tractor on the farm. Decent amount of horsepower, front and rear 3-point. We are going to want the PTO on the front. We are going to want a front loader. Annoyingly, it doesn't have the John Deere option. I wonder. So that's 92. I haven't checked to see how it compares to the base game in, if I put this in 7810 config, that's going to cost me 99.50. So I think it's the same. So I might actually just go for the base game one because I don't want Simple IC particularly. It still doesn't have a John Deere attacher, so we'll go for a quickie one, I think. Actually, let's have a look. So indecisive. I get really bad at this point. Oh, we could put Nokians on it. I think we're going to go for trailer box anyway. And we can opt for the option of wide or narrow. So I want a tractor that I can have narrows on for doing stuff. Probably go for some nice wide tires for now. We are going to want a beacon. Number plate grill, number plate exhaust. I only want a back number plate. We'll get to that. Exhaust cover black, steel, black. We do want a front PTO. We do want a front loader attacher. One of the things that we don't have yet, the Azara Compact Pro, not having access to that yet. The other one is doing our own soil sampling still. So that's going to still be something we have to get the agronomist in. I am going to pay for GPS. Wow, that hurts. So the reason I've added in guidance steering is, although GPS was available, it was an expensive option. So that's the cost for that. But that is going to be our main tractor. And I also plan to get 2 of these for DS Agri. So I want to be able to not have to give them my tractor to get stuff done. So we're going to be getting 3 of these. That's £360,000. Wow. That's a lot of cash. I'm actually going to make a note of that because I'm going to go through and plan what I want to get, work out what it's all going to cost, and then work out how we finance it. So that's going to be kind of workhorse tractor. We're keeping all the other stuff, so if we need more, we've got those available. I've actually installed this little the 60 series tractor or 6000 series tractor as well. This would make a nice replacement for our yard tractor if we ever decided to, but we're not going to. Then the DS Agri guys need some horsepower, so we're going to have a look at some 8410s. Now, I have slight funny with this mod in that engine changes don't cost anything, but it's the way it's set up, so we're going to go with it. It feels kind of American as well with those wheels, but let's see if we can find something that we like the look of. And the wides with weights I quite like. We're going to have a front 3-point and standard lights, mudguard, no GPS. Yes, we won't have to pay for that GPS. And a beacon, and so they're going to be 110, 101, so let's call it 200,000. Okay, so they're going to be their big tractors, carting, field work, running the mowers, that kind of thing. The other couple of things that I want to get in the near term, so combi baler wrappers are available now, and although maybe not super period specific, I'm going to go for a class Roland. There aren't that many baler options available, so I felt this was kind of a good one to go for. So that's another 78,500. Bale loaders, I've been through and I did a quick comparison, and I think I am probably on lease to own going to get one of these. So this is the trailer that we use for the forestry. It's quite a bit bigger than the bale trailers we have at the moment, so that'll help the guys shift more bales, particularly with one of the big tractors. I think we'll do that on lease to own, so not really too worried about the cost of that. And then the last thing that I would like to get, again, to make life easier for the guys in DS Agri, I probably won't use it too much yet until we've got more cash, is a Merlot. I know this is not, again, exactly age appropriate, but there aren't any old telehandlers that are available on places that I will download them from yet. So Merlot existed in the 90s, so I figure this is a nice option. And you know, they're having to do a lot of bale handling, so this will make bale handling much easier. Okay, for some wide tires. Trailer hitch. We could get a 3-point on the back. Kind of expensive. I think for now, maybe we leave that off. We have the hitch on the back just in case they need to tow a trailer around. But yeah, so that's another 90 grand. But I think we could probably lease to own that because it shouldn't need config changes. So I'm going to go away and do some working out, and I'll be back to explain what I've decided. Right. Made some decisions. So the first thing we're going to do is rejoin Maypole Farm. So I've sent money across so that I can get my tractor. Boss's prerogative and all that. And, you know, I've been scraping by on almost no kit the last few in-game days. So, yeah. Going to go for the wides. We'll get a set of narrows as well when we need them. We're going to have a beacon. We're going to have front PTO, quickie front loader, and GPS. And we are going to back only. I don't know if this is going to fit, but should do. This is not me being, you know, some kind of weird arrogant. This is what people in Discord call me. So, you know, let's embrace it. And it means, you know, they'll know that this is my tractor and leave it alone. So we are going to buy that. And I'm going to get the front loader as well. I think we need the biggest quickie front loader. I'm going to get it in John Deere colors. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't have a John Deere front loader option, but so tractor number 1 complete. I'm not expecting to get into any field work in this video. I just wanted to do a kind of talk through of what's changing, what's not changing, and get all the kit set up. So, such a game changer. Right. Let's switch back to DS Agri. And so what I've decided is I'm going to buy 17810 for them so that it's easy to change the config for anything where they don't need fat tires. And then everything else I'm going to lease, and hopefully it works out that there's enough cash. So front PTO, I don't think we need a front loader attacher on this if we're going to get them the Merlot. So I'm going to go with no for now. That might change. GPS. And back to the standard number plate that I use for their stuff, which is DS Agri. So, yep, that's going to be the first of their tractors. So we're going to buy that. And then my hope is we've got enough cash left to lease everything else. And then there's a whole load of contracts that they can crack on with to re-earn a bunch of cash. So medium tractors, 8,000 series. So I did say, I feel these look very American. I did some Googling and they were used in the UK as well. So we're going to go for wide with wheel weights. We are going to go for, as I said, the front 3-point. It doesn't have a PTO, but we'll just kind of gloss over that fact when it comes to attaching the mowers. Standard glass, side indicators, no. Mud guards, yeah, no, yeah. We should probably get those in that case as well. GPS receiver, yes. Beacon, yes. And actual GPS, yes. Do they need GPS on these? Get one with and one without, maybe. It's going to cost us $5,000 to lease that. So we'll get one with GPS and one without GPS. And then if in the future we've got spare cash, we can add GPS on. So do we just let's just bite the bullet and add it now. It's going to make their lives easier. So the cost is not that different, actually. Yes. Okay. It's a growing fleet. The baler. Yep. Release that. There we go. The let's go for the Merlot now, shall we? I know that will make the guys pretty happy. So config, we want trailer hitch on the back. We're going to go wide tires. I think everything else we are going to leave as standard, and we'll release that. I'll buy the bale fork. Does that one come with? No. I might need to go find a bale fork. Actually, we'll do that afterwards. And then forestry equipment, trailer. And we will lease that as well. Wow, that ate through a ton of money very quickly, but that is a nice fleet of tractors, I think. Quite an upgrade. Quite an upgrade. So, just been and downloaded a bale fork for the telehandler. They don't really need anything other than that at the moment. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. It was a lizard one. The list of lizard related things is always very short, so that should be easy to find. So I wish this one had a telehandler option, but it doesn't. So there it is. So we'll go for 2 or 4. We'll go for 2 spikes then. We want the telehandler attacher. I've not used this before. I'm hoping it is decent. Look, leave it black and red. That's fine. And we can buy that because it's not that expensive. Let's just see how it looks on the Merlot. So yeah, bit of a random video, but I wanted to actually show this off rather than just going, ta-da, here is all the new stuff. Oh, that's quite nice. I had a look on the pictures and it looked like quite a nice bale spike. So hopefully it behaves well. There is one last thing that I want to procure while we are up at the store. I'm just going to switch back to Maypole Farm, and that is because the cows are producing a lot more milk now. That's only going to continue. I'm going to go in to, and get under animals, and we're going to lease a bigger trailer. So, I think we will go for the big capacity, hoping that our new tractor can tow it. And I'm just going to lease this. And I think the other one is, so do we own the other one? We do. Okay, I won't bother selling that then. Just hang on to that and make use of it some other way. We're just going to get this down to the farm and we'll go sell the milk and then call it a day. I've realised I missed a tractor. The intent was to get the guys 27810s, so let's just do that quickly. I was going to buy one and I was going to lease one, and I ended up only buying one. So Trelleborg, wide, left beacon, front PTO, no front loader, GPS, DS Agri, lease. Oh, we can't afford to lease them a second one just now, so that's going to have to wait. So, couldn't afford to get DS Agri that second tractor, but what we can do is send a bunch of this stuff off. Actually, I'll leave it for the guys to decide where they want to put it. Once we've sold the milk, we will be able to maybe lease them that second tractor. So, but this feels very strange having such a beastly tractor. So it sounds like we've got a storm coming in. All the grass is grown in fully, I think. So looks like we need to get some grass work going on this month. Feels early, but you know, it's ready. I will be taking advantage of the double mowers that DS Agri have got to get that done. I'm not sure what we're going to cut it for, whether it'll be hay or silage. That will decide which baler we use. Might be nice to try out the new one. Might be a bit of fun. I've not used the new mowers that DS Agri got at all yet, so that's another thing that would be nice. Long term, I do want to replace the seeders. Now, I'm not entirely sure what is a era appropriate seeder. Obviously, we're limited by mods that are available, but you know, something like this would be nice. I don't think we actually have 300 horsepower, so maybe one of the Potingers or something like that, or a Vaderstad. Vaderstad would be nice actually. 240 horsepower. I think those guys have got 240 horsepower, so I don't think we're actually going to get all of the milk in this tank. And I'm just wondering if I could hook the smaller tank on the back. That might be a bit excessive. So one of the things I'm going to get done in August is sell a bunch of the excess silage, bring some cash in, maybe, because we are going to quite quickly need to make the slurry point. Yeah. Going to quite quickly probably need to be making final payments on some of the lease to own kit that DS Agri have got, and you know, I can help out with that because they've bought me my tractor, because they're very quickly going to put 20 hours on. You know, we saw with the Ford, it only took 3 months for it to get 20 hours on it, so That's a thing, and the sooner we can pay for them, the sooner we're not making lease payments. And it doesn't really affect how much you pay in the end. You know, I did the video, you end up paying about 3% extra in total. So yeah, it's not a big deal whether we pay them off early, or as long as you don't pay them late is the main thing. So can't quite fill it with the weight limit, so run this up to the dairy. Well, that was an enjoyable drive. Really liking this new tractor already. I did a little bit of test driving just to make sure that, you know, they were nice handling tractors and stuff. A lot of this is about quality of life improvement, particularly for the multiplayer side of things. Because I just appreciate those guys being involved. I don't want to make it too hard for them. So I'll probably lease the other 7810 after we're finished. It'll be the same config as the one that I brought for them. So everything, all of the new tractors will have GPS available. Probably when we've got cash, we'll stick GPS on the combine as well, because that'll make life easier for them. And personally, although I've paid for guidance steering, I'm probably going to use VCA GPS now, because it's my preferred GPS mod. But you know, people have got the option, and it's more about the cost of installation. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members at this point. Appreciate you guys all supporting the channel. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. Comments, questions, suggestions below. Have I been completely stupid? Have I brought the wrong stuff? Probably, but it's the choices that I've made. And we'll be back next time for getting some field work done, probably taking advantage of the fact that we can now use GPS for precision farming, maybe top up the fertilizing on our remaining crops, get some lime sorted on that grass pasture that we planted while it's still growing in. We've got our grass to cut and helping out DS Agri with contracts. So lots going to be going on in August. Probably be quite a few videos, I suspect. So yeah, I will see you next time.